مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Salamun alaikum. We are here to discuss about the demolition of Jannat-ul-Baqi, which is the week of sorrow for all the Shias. Today, 8 Shawwal, Yom-e-Gham, is the day of sorrow for all the Shias, a day that Shias have been mourning for almost 100 years. We send our condolences to our 12th Imam, Imam Muhammad Mehdi alayhi salam, our great ulama, and to the Muslim world on the tragedy of Al-Baqi. The day that Abdul Aziz Al Saud, one of the kings of Saudi Arabia, agreed and helped to demolish the holy shrines in Jannat-ul-Baqi. On 8 Shawwal in the year 1345 Hijri, on Wednesday, April 21st in the year 1925, mausoleums in Jannat-ul-Baqi were destroyed by King Ibn Saud. In the same year, in 1925, he also destroyed the tombs of holy personages, which is in Jannat-ul-Mualla, Makkah, where Holy Prophet's mother, wife, grandfather and other ancestors are buried. Destruction of sacred sites in Hijaz continues even today. According to some scholars, what is happening in Hijaz is actually a conspiracy is being plotted against the Islam under the guise of Tawheed. The idea is to eradicate the Islamic legacy and heritage and systematically remove all its vestige so that in the days to come Muslims will have no affiliation with their religious history. Literally, Al-Baqi means a tree garden. It is also known as Jannat-ul-Baqi due to its holiness, since in it is reburied are prophets and relatives of prophets and companions, where Imam Hassan alayhi salam, Imam Zainul Abdin alayhi salam, Imam Muhammad Baqir alayhi salam and Imam Jafri Sadiq alayhi salam, peace be upon them, are buried. At Al-Baqi are the graves of numerous Mujahireens and Ansar and companions of holy prophets, but most of their names are unknown. Thus, Jannat-ul-Baqi remained a sacred site, with renovations being carried out as and when needed, till the Wahhabis rose to the power in the 19th century. The latter desecrated and demonstrated disrespect to the martyrs and companions of prophets buried there. Muslims who disagreed to them were branded as infidels, which is disbeliever, and subsequently they were killed. The first destruction of Jannat-ul-Baqi. The Wahhabis believed that visiting the graves and shrines of prophets, the imams or saints, was form of idolatry and totally un-Islamic. Those who did not agree to them were killed and their property was confiscated. In 1218 Hijri, they entered Makkah and destroyed all the sacred places and domes there, including the one which served as the canopy over the well Zamzam. In 1221 Hijri, the Wahhabis entered Medina to destroy Jannat-ul-Baqi as well as every mosque they came across. An attempt was also made to destroy Prophet's tomb. For one reason or the other, later the idea was abandoned. Muslims from Iraq, Syria and Egypt would refuse entry into Makkah. King Al Saud set a precondition that those Muslims who wish to perform the pilgrimage will have to accept Wahhabism, or else they will be branded as non-Muslims, becoming ineligible for entry into Haram. Thousands of Muslims fled Makkah and Medina in a bid to save their lives and escape from the mounting pressure and persecution at the hands of Wahhabis. In 1848 and 1860 AD, further renovations were made at the expense of £700,000, most of which came from the donation collected at the Prophet's tomb. In 1924 AD, the Wahhabis entered Hijaz for a second time and carried out another merciless plunder and started killing people in large numbers. People on the streets were brutally killed. Women and children too were not spared. There was hardly a tree which didn't have one or two dead bodies on its roots. In 1925, Medina surrendered to the Wahhabi onslaught. All Islamic heritage were destroyed. The only shrine that remained intact was that of holy prophets. Tombs of Hamza alayhi salam and other martyrs were demolished at Uhud. The Prophet's mosque was bombarded. On the protest of Muslims, the assurances was given by Ibn Saud that it will be restored, but the promise was never fulfilled. A promise was given that Hijaz will have an Islamic multinational government, but later that was also abandoned. In 1925 AD, Jannat-ul-Mualla, the sacred cemetery at Makkah, was destroyed, along with the house where Holy Prophet was born. Since then, this day is a day of mourning for all Muslims. Is it not strange that the Wahhabis find it offensive to have tombs, shrines and other places of importance preserved, while the remains of their Saudi kings are guarded at the expenses of millions of dollars? In 1926, protests was held by shocked Muslims throughout the world against Wahhabis. Shia continue to protest against the Saudi government's demolition of these shrines. Many Shia continue to mourn the day that the House of Saud demolished the holy shrines in Baqi cemetery. Shia remember it by calling this day Yom-e-Gam, Day of Sorrow. The wounds that they inflicted on Shia's life is just not healable. Till date, 8 Shawwal is a day of sorrow for all the Shias throughout the world and something that cannot be erased from the memories of Shia till they die and hereafter. It's never too late. This is the right time to raise voice because every voice counts. This is Shabi Naqvi taking leave for now. Khuda Hafiz.
Fatima ya Fatima